Hey, is Tourette's funny? Is it okay to laugh at someone's tics? When is Tourette's funny? Are Tourette's jokes harmful? Like many things, it's complicated. Let's dive into the relationship between Tourette's and humor. My name is Luca and I make videos about everything related to my name is Luca and I make videos about everything related to Tourette's. Some more educational videos, but also reactions and challenges, because I just really enjoy doing them. If you're at all interested in that, please consider subscribing, join our little family. But doing more fun or entertaining videos has made me think about the whole ethics and rules about the entertaining part of Tourette's. And that's something I want to discuss today, because my personal viewpoint is a bit nuanced on that. And I'm a bit nervous about making this video, to be honest, because it's a bit scary, I guess. I don't want to offend anyone in something that's quite personal and quite painful to some people. But I think it's important that we have this discussion. The rest of this video is, of course, going to be my personal opinion. If you have Tourette's yourself, I absolutely understand if your thoughts on this differ. And I'd love to have a healthy discussion about that. So leave your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss this. I'm so happy you're here. If you don't have Tourette's yourself, I'm also very happy you're here. I know that there are many people that don't have Tourette's that just really enjoy watching Tourette's content. I think it's good to just talk about the rules or the ethics behind it, the whole nuance of how this thing works. So yeah, this video is made up out of 2 parts, looking at both sides of the issue. So yeah, let's just do this. Part 1, the harm of spectacle. Whether you have Tourette's yourself or just really enjoy watching Tourette's content, you'll be aware of the sheer amount of funny Tourette's compilations on the internet, of the comedy shows of people that don't have Tourette's that make jokes about Tourette's. Think of the South Park episode. In this form of entertainment, people with Tourette's are portrayed as freaks. They're not only dehumanizing, but also factually incorrect. I've yet to see an outsider make a joke about Tourette's that's not about someone cursing or flipping someone off in the streets. And the fact is that coprolalia and copropraxia, that's respectively shouting profanities or movements that are considered profane, only occur in like 15% of people with Tourette's. And even towards the people that do have that, like me, these types of jokes make a spectacle out of Tourette's. And they forget the people that actually live with it. In her videos critiquing the Tourette's TikTok compilation trend that's going on right now, Ticking Together used this very powerful analogy that I really like. She said that you wouldn't make a funny, cute video TikTok compilation of people having anxiety attacks. So why are we doing that with Tourette's? And I agree with that. And I think that these types of compilations and TV shows and comedy shows are harmful. I do think that it's important to ask that question. Why do we do that with Tourette's and not with other disabilities? So before I continue, I do want to mention that yes, in my previous reacting to Tourette's TikTok video, I used those types of compilations on YouTube, and I regret that now. I think I should not have used those types of videos. I should have just supported actual creators of those videos, of those TikToks, by going on TikTok, and I was just being lazy and not doing that. And in the future, when I'll be doing that type of content, I'll be using the actual TikTok videos and the actual content created by those creators. But to continue, I do think it's an interesting question. Why do we make those jokes? Why do we laugh about Tourette's and not about anxiety attacks? What is that thing? Part 2, the connection between Tourette's and humor. There are loads of examples of comedy content that dehumanize and attack and harm people with Tourette's and tic disorders. There are at least as many examples of people with Tourette's that use humor as part of their work. I know so many stand-up comedians with Tourette's, or educators or other content creators that use humor as a vehicle for their message. So in some way, Tourette's and humor and comedy are connected. Don't get me wrong, I have Tourette's, and I don't think that Tourette's is fun. It's scary, it hurts, it's exhausting, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's not fun, but it can be funny. It's found that there are certain personality traits connected with Tourette's. People with Tourette's are often more creative and they have a great sense of humor. So it's not weird to think then that people with Tourette's would use that creativity and their humor in order to empower themselves. But that doesn't yet explain why people enjoy watching someone with Tourette's. What makes it entertaining or wholesome or fun to be around someone with Tourette's? Now, I'm not talking about those that are making jokes about people with Tourette's that are dehumanizing, but I'm talking about your friends that laugh with you when you have your tics, that watch videos by Sweet Anita or that trippy hippie and are just engaged. They don't feel pity every time someone is having a tic, right? What makes that fun to watch? Now, this is just my theory, and I have no idea if that is in any way scientific, but I do know that ticking, even though it's painful and you don't want to tick, when you tick, there is a little dopamine burst in your brain. There's a bit of a relief. And people being social beings, I think they can pick up on that. So there's this connecting moment going on when someone has tics. There's this little moment of shared joy when someone is comfortably ticking and being themselves, and it can give someone without Tourette's that's interacting with that person a feeling of connection and joy. And I don't think that that's harmful in and of itself. So I don't think it's bad that people that don't have Tourette's enjoy watching Tourette's content, that they laugh a bit. I mean, I'm happy when someone laughs with me, with my tics. I think that this form of humor connects people. It can be very empowering for people that in their entire lives have heard that there was something wrong with them, trying to suppress their tics and not being able to be themselves, now be able to be celebrated for something that they can't control. Just to be able to laugh at the silliness of it all without dehumanizing them, but also not to be constantly pitied. I think in the end, it's just the old difference between laughing at someone or laughing with someone. Yeah, I mean, there's no black and white answer. Is when does something go too far? I think it's a very personal question, but I think that, yeah, Tourette's can be ridiculously funny sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I can laugh at my own tics, but I'll watch other content creators and I'll be just wheezing. And I know that there are people without Tourette's that have that same thing. I mean, my friends have that too. They'll laugh, and I think that's a good thing. It's just the intention, I think, is really important. And I think sometimes it's very clear that the intentions are just not right. And I think it's important that we speak up against that, but we shouldn't take away the joy of the connection that we have in the Tourette community and our ability to use humor and entertainment and creativity to empower ourselves and to educate and to just celebrate our community and our brains, really. Anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts about this, so leave a comment below. I'm so happy you're here, so happy you watched this. If you think that someone else could benefit from this video, please share it with them, and I'll see you soon. Bye.